Ding, 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 ding,
Right,
ding.
I'm gonna go make myself some tea and then bring up some digestives and just eat them. Be right back.
Well, I'm so jealous of you. All I've got is bread.
You do only have me.
I meant the carbohydrate, not the person.
I'm a carbohydrate as well if you want me to. Do you want? Wait, no, wait, he's playing guitar, I'm going.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Gamesforum podcast. I am your host, as always, Rawgasm. With me this week, we have the likes of CatBug.
Hi.
Oh, there he is. And also this week, we have the likes of Archangel / Colossal Marlin.
Hey guys.
Alright.
I'm just here because they needed me.
Yeah. Arik isn't here. Arik, Deus Ex Machina isn't here because he doesn't want to be. He'll be on the Xbox conference podcast, which we will do next week.
Who's going to be on that one?
I don't know who's going to be on it. I'm not sure if I want to be on that one. I mean, you know, I do have an opinion on it. You know, I've been on every single one up to this point.
I've been off one. That's it.
Daddy Row wants a break.
Yeah.
Hurrah.
Mhm. So yeah.
What software are you using to record the Skype call?
Skype recorder.
Okay.
Yeah, MP3 Skype recorder 3.1.
For any viewers who want to start their own podcasts, you now know what we do.
Yeah, you know how poor our quality is now, so you can state it at home.
You can sound as shitty as Marlin.
Wow.
I mean, you don't sound shit, Marlin. You don't.
You sound pretty shit at the
You
moment.
sound pretty shit right now.
Yeah, your mic's gone really weird, Fred.
Oh, fuck you.
Alright, now it's back to normal.
I love how now
Yeah.
we've already got more swear words in this podcast than the last one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this one's gonna be awful compared to the last one.
I kicked it up to 15.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you will.
last time it was rated a U. Maybe if it was a little bit edgy on one side, it could have been a PG, but it was very U.
It was very Disney. I'm kicking this up to maybe, well, I'd say Tarantino standards, but that's
Well, we all know
that's
we all
over
know
18.
it's going to be a 12A. So
Yeah.
I remember
At the very
when
least.
they released the first ever 12A film.
So do I. I remember going to one.
Yeah.
The first 12 I went to.
What was it?
It was Spider-Man, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Spider-Man.
Yeah. The Tobey Maguire one, not the recent one.
Yeah. I still thought he played Spider-Man well, in all honesty. Just
Only
not
in 3.
really.
Only in 3.
But you're black.
I love the first Spider-Man because Willem Dafoe was the Green Goblin, and Willem Dafoe was amazing.
Oh yeah, I forget you have a strange obsession with Willem Dafoe.
Oh yeah, I do.
Don't you mean Willem Defriend?
Oh,
Or Crew Willem Dafoe.
yeah, that's a play on words with Cruella de Vil and Willem Dafoe. Crew Willem Dafoe. Anyway,
That's fucking hilarious.
we're very off topic from the start.
So what happens when you
get
let Marlin and me in the podcast?
Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Okay,
get
sound
on
flawless.
with what we've been playing this week. Why don't you start, Marlin?
Yeah, I'm eating. Come here.
Give him a minute. Let's just wait in silence as he eats.
What are you eating, Marlin?
Well, I have here quite a nice bag of kettle chips. Sea salt and
Ooh.
balsamic vinegar.
Oh, that's quite nice. I've had those ones before. They're quite nice.
They're very nice. But yeah, besides Halo, which I play all the time,
Yeah.
I decided to mix things up a bit
hmm
and play Pure. I also I've played Happy Wars and Doritos Crash Course 2.
Oh, Doritos Crash Course 2. Oh.
Yeah, no, I think you were in the party with me yesterday, Brad. You heard how pissed off I was getting.
Yep.
Yeah.
He can't play Doritos Crash Course 2.
I'm a completionist, so if I can't complete something, like maybe in the first couple of tries, I'll get pissed off, and I'll get really pissed off.
Yeah, I didn't like the first one at all, mainly because of that reason, really. I'm not as much as a completionist, just, it's hard to get into a hard platformer.
Well,
I can't get into the likes of, Super Meat Boy or I Want to Be the Guy. I can't really get into that kind of stuff.
Fuck, I want to be the guy. Fuck, I want to be the guy.
And
That's impossible.
Yeah, and Doritos Crash Course kind of pressurizes you a lot. So
it
I
does.
was the master of Doritos Crash Course 1.
I do like it. I do like Doritos Crash Course. Like, I like hard platformers. I like Super Meat Boy. I've not completed it, but I like it. And in the same way I say I like it, I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
But it's very much love-hate.
Yeah.
I love playing it, but it hates letting me win.
Yes.
Exactly.
But no, I very much like Doritos Crash Course. I thought it was great for a free game to be able to compete with friends. It's very fun, and they've really upped it with Doritos Crash Course 2 with like how the game plays itself. Like, you actually can see the medals running. So like, whereas in the first one there was just a medal in the top right hand corner that told you what you were gonna get.
Yeah.
Now it you are actually racing against an AI who is that medal.
Alright.
Yeah.
Which is a good feature. Happy
Is it
Wars
all-
is really good. Happy Wars is actually really good as well.
I enjoyed it apart from the match, because I've not played it since the matchmaking update. Like, before it was terrible, but it was a good game. It was fun.
Yeah. I'm only playing against the AI because I don't think the connection's good enough, even against AI, for me to want to play against another person.
It's
'Cause-
honestly not the best.
No, because I look at it like a game of League of Legends. It's very similar to League of Legends, and if you've not got a good connection to play League of Legends, you play against AI, or you don't play at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the annoying thing about it as well is that you have to be, fuck, I forgot. No, I remember now. You have to complete some of the things from, you have to level up a multiplayer. Fucking finally got it out to complete the single player stuff.
Yeah, I know. That
Yeah.
annoyed me a bit, and it's like, okay, I don't mind it. I think, okay, it's not a bad thing, but I think Halo Reach did it right with the leveling up system and campaign and multiplayer, where your overall level is the campaign contributes to your overall level, the multiplayer contributes to your overall level, the co-op,
Yeah.
it all adds up to your overall level.
Firefight and everything.
Firefight, you've got commendations for Firefight. You've got challenges for Firefight, you've got challenges for campaign, you've got challenges for multiplayer, and then you've got commendations for all of them as well, and it's just it's a nice feature that you are going to be rewarded
Yeah.
in multiplayer for doing the campaign.
Win or lose
Yeah.
as well. That's the best part about it.
Win or lose, you earn XP. Well,
Yeah.
you should earn XP anyway, but win or lose, you can still earn a decent amount of XP. Like, even if you lose, you could get a challenge completed. You could get a commendation completed. If you complete a commendation, it's like 5,000 points in Reach. And
And the Onyx ones, how much did they give again?
Onyx ones, they were very
High.
They were quite high. They were like, if you maxed one out, like, you could get maybe, I think,
20?
25,000 points.
Yeah,
I think it was.
depending on what one it was, because I'm sure they were all quite varied, weren't they?
Well, in what you needed to achieve, they were kind of like how Halo 4s are. Like,
Yeah.
the commendations in Halo 4 work as you've got specific weapons, you've got your loadout weapons, and you've got ordnance weapons. And your loadout weapons normally require more kills. Like, it goes back, well, it works, it evens out, because, like, they don't expect you to get a lot of kills with your pistol. So naturally, they will expect you to get less kills to master it. Whereas, like, your DMR, your battle rifle, your Covenant carbine, your light rifle, they're like, you're asking for like 15,000, well, not 15,000, but a lot of kills.
It's roughly that, actually. It's
about 10. I think it's about 10 or something. Maybe no, it's not. It's about 2,500.
Roughly that, yeah, because the battle rifle.
2,500.
Yeah, it's
about 5,000 kills, maybe.
In total.
In total, like to go from adept, proficient, expert, master, yeah. But like that's a good system. I mean, it's not as rewarding in Halo 4, like, for doing the campaign. Like, the only things that you get rewarded on are your like challenges. They're the only things that are in campaign now, and even then you reach Spartan rank 130 and that's it, it's dead. The only, like, they've brought in the CSR, which is like
from Halo 3.
It's Halo 3's ranking system, like Halo 3's ranking system, which they tried to kind of put into Reach, but it didn't really work. They kind of left it in there, but it was not brought directly to your attention, which now it is. But yeah, it's all right. But I'm playing Pure right now, the old the one of the games that was kind of released with the Xbox Elite.
All right.
Elite.
Is that not the quad bike one or something?
Yeah, it's the quad bike one. It was released. I'm pretty sure it was released when the 360 Elite was. Well, I know I got it with 360 Elite along with Batman, Lego Batman.
Totally worth it.
Mhm.
That's not sarcasm as well.
Mhm. Lego Batman's awesome.
It is.
I remember.
So is the Lego DC universe.
I still gotta say, the best racing game ever, Lego Island.
Wait, Lego what?
Lego Island.
The racing game? Lego Racing?
I honestly have no idea which one it is because you keep talking over each other when you say it and I can't hear it.
Right.
Okay, Raw tells me what it is.
Well, we might as well just say both of them then. Lego Racers and Lego Island.
They're the best Lego games.
Were they not, like, really old?
Yeah.
Were they not?
Yeah.
I think I remember that,
They're like
and then I could
Windows
never
95.
find it.
They're Windows 95.
Were they?
I remember playing them on Windows 95.
Windows 98, Supremacy.
They did actually have a Lego Island 2.
There was.
I'm sure they did.
I don't remember it being as good as Lego Island 1, but
No, it wasn't as good, but it was still...
I played a bit of it.
I did actually play the entire thing. The last mission was completely broken. Like, you just had to do this one simple platform thing, but if you don't time it right, the entire platform, like, gets destroyed and you actually can't beat it, then you have to start all over again.
That sounds fun.
Oh, it really wasn't.
On the subject of timing, the race, for, like, F1, mini game in Lego Lego Island.
Yeah.
Getting through that pirate's legs, or the skeleton's legs.
Yeah.
Fuck that. That was not easy.
Yeah.
No, I've actually reinstalled Lego Racers on my laptop so I can play it when I want.
That's amazing.
Best choice I have made in a long time.
I might do the
Can you
same.
get it on good old games now? Because if it is, I think I might download it.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I remember a lot of my childhood playing kart races like Mario Kart 64 and Lego Racers, so...
Well, I'm a big fan of Lego anyway, so I was trying to get all my old Lego games to work again. Lego Rock Raiders, for example.
Yeah.
I want to get that working again. That game was hard. That was a really hard game to play as a child.
I don't think I actually played that one, but one Lego game I do remember playing was a game called Lego Alpha Team.
I remember Alpha Team. I remember, well, some of the models of minifigures.
No, there was a game behind it, and it was basically a strategic choo-choo rocket.
Yeah.
It was pretty fun. I remember getting completing the entire thing and just it's all the strategy you have to put in everything. You know, you have to command every team member to get to a certain goal and all this and that. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Well, Rock Raiders was kind of similar to that in the sense, but like in a sense, but you were kind of just micromanaging people mining.
Yeah.
But like, you would be attacked by monsters, and it was like you had to defend from them, and it was a really hard game. Now that I look back on it, because you had to micromanage a lot of things, like you have to collect crystals for power, and if you don't have enough crystals, you can't power your machinery, and if you can't power your machinery, you can't advance.
Yeah.
And it's so hard.
Yeah, the children's game, it sounds pretty hard.
Yeah, like with Alpha Team, like you know how Choo Choo Rocket plays, don't you? Like you place down loads of tiles to let people go to a certain goal, and then you press play, and they do the whole mission for you. And if you cock up, you simply go back and change a few things here and there, and then just do that. It's exactly like that, only you were just fiddling around with Lego.
Yeah.
And it was really fun. Another Lego game I remember was Lego Racers 2. Did you ever play that?
I did. I didn't like it.
Yeah, I liked it. I hated the hub worlds though.
I played the first couple of levels and it kind of put me off it. Mainly because it took me about a week or two just to get it installed because my friend who lent me the disc.
Yeah.
Basically he like his disc was fucked.
All right.
And he basically had to recopy the game onto a disc, which I then had to copy all those files from that disc onto it and then put the disc in to play it. And it was like, whoa, this is too much effort to bother playing it. And I just went back to playing Lego Racers 1.
Oh, the Lego Racers 2 boss fights were bullshit. Like, you had, like, certain worlds, like you went to a, like an adventure world where there was, like, dinosaurs and stuff. You then went to a, ice world. There was a space world, which was on Mars, I think. And the boss was this alien who didn't drive a car. He just drove a fucking mech through the entire stage. Like a 60-foot tall mech that was just racing alongside you, just walking the thing.
That sounds
an interesting fight, but if you get close to it, it flattens you. And then because in Lego Racers 1 there was this whole shield thing, if your car got completely destroyed, you'd actually have to travel on foot.
Oh, I remember that. I do remember that bit, having to travel on foot.
But somehow I managed to beat the game. Somehow.
So, where have you been playing then, CatBug or Brad?
Just on Team Fortress 2, I've been trying to do the Man Up mode on Man vs. Machine, and I'm trying to do the hardest one because it requires that you have to do like a shit ton of teamwork and stuff because it's the hardest difficulty, and it's so fucking hard. Like there's like this level of hardness, and it goes past it. It's just you can't do it unless you don't have people who work together and know what they're doing. Like you get shown at the top, like whether you're on Man Up or on Boot Camp, you get shown what you're fighting against, and like you sort of have to plan out your classes for that one bit. It can be quite annoying, but I nearly completed one with just like people seem to go for like one NG, one scout, one pyro, one heavy, one soldier, stuff like that. We had 3 heavies and a scout, and we nearly finished it. Yeah. It was weird, but it's worth it in the sense that once you complete a certain tour, you get a bot killer weapon, which is just a strange with a bot head around it. Yeah. And there's always there's a carbonado and a diamond one that you get for doing the hardest difficulty, and I just want to try and get one of those really because I've got quite a few stranges and shit like that. But that's all I've been doing.
I've heard a lot about Man versus Machine, but is there any class in TF2 which you really shouldn't be playing as in that mode?
Spy.
I kind of gathered Spy, but
everything else is work. Sniper as well. Snipers can be kind of useless.
Yeah.
if you don't work them right. I mean, they can only really be there to durati things.
Yeah.
Apart from that, they're useless. Like I said, no point to them.
I think, like, I've always said to myself if I'd played Team Fortress 2, I'd always play a Scout.
Yeah.
It's quite hard.
I can imagine, but I mean, everything's a learning curve.
Yeah.
I mainly played as Pyro back when I was playing TF2.
I'm the boss of Pyro.
Mm.
Blowing my own trumpet here. Haha, raw.
I've played what's it called, like, as a Pyro on my friend's computer when I was playing TF2, and it was fun. It was very fun. It was very
Oh
easy
yeah, it
as
can
well.
be.
You
The
just
one
walk
thing I
around.
like, yeah, you just walk around and you can be like the biggest crowd control there's ever been on Earth, just because of how easy it is to take people out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when you talking about Man versus Machine and how like difficult it was, I heard Hannah mention that Gears of War, then what was it? The new Gears of War game. I forgot what it's called.
Judgment.
Judgment. That's it. Like I was a big fan of Gears of War playing the co-op campaign, and she's saying that apparently they did what Halo Reach kind of did, where as you get more people in the game, the difficulty increases.
It doesn't do that. It's always like really hard.
Well, no, I know Insanity is always hard, but I mean, apparently, well, I know in Halo Reach they said basically the more people you've got in your game, the harder it'll be. But
It seems
think
reasonable enough.
I think it was like it wasn't like that though. It wasn't like the more people, the harder it gets. It was kind of if you're playing co-op, it will be harder, but if you've got more people, it will be easier. So it was like if you had a 4-player team. I think that's how it worked. But because I mean, it wasn't very hard on Legendary 4-player.
It wasn't really if you had people who know what they were doing. You had to know what you were doing for the hardest difficulties. You couldn't just run about.
You have to know what you're doing. But with Gears of War 3, you didn't need you didn't need a full team of people to do it. Like you could do it with 3 people. You could do it with whatever, but like the difficulty didn't increase. It got easier for you because that promotes team play. That promotes you actually getting a team together to complete it. Because if the game's easier to complete with more people, and why wouldn't you want to do that? It was still fucking hard. We still had a nightmare doing it, but
Oh yeah,
it was a lot more fun.
yeah, it always is with more people. Not man versus machine though. Like it's just annoying because some people can just get things wrong, and I like to make sure that everyone's doing their job. You know, like if you're the scout, you're not really meant to be killing people. You're just meant to be picking up the money. That's just it. You do help by like throwing. There's like set classes everyone has for man versus machine. Like, the scout, for instance, can use. Well, everyone says to use the regular scattergun, the Mad Milk and the Fan of War, just because all it does is help. It slows people down, and you can mark people for death. That's really it. That's the only reason a scout can be used for, picking up money, doing that and that. But yeah. I forgot the point I was making there.
That it helps if people know what they're doing.
Yes, that was just it.
Yeah,
I can't remember what I was going to say afterwards.
Alright, guess I'll move on to what I've been playing this week then. I've been playing the regular PlayStation All-Stars, World of Warcraft, just regular stuff. I've also tried out the demo for Fuse.
Yeah. Any good?
It's alright. It's pretty average, I'd say. There's not a lot really going for it. Like, you have 4 characters, all, they have, like, standard, assault rifles and pistols, but then they got their own special gun. Like, the guy I was using called, Jacob, I think his name was? Could be completely wrong there, but, he has this, crossbow, which, basically acts like a sniper, and it's really satisfying to get kills with, but, But yeah, I tried it out with a friend who recently did a what he did was there was this Fuse trailer competition. Loads of fans just made fan-made trailers for the developers of Fuse, Fuse Insomniac. They got all these trailers together, and he came 30th in it all.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
How many people entered? Do you know?
I can't remember. I'm pretty sure
Well,
he told me, but I can't remember.
It would probably be a large mode to come 30. It's pretty good.
Yeah. No, it was enjoyable. It just, you know, there wasn't really something grabbing me about it, you know?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else have I been playing? Oh yeah, I've been playing Monday Night Combat.
Again, Raw.
Why Raw? We know to stay away from it nowadays.
Oh, I don't know why. I just want to hurt myself like this.
It's had its time.
I've had decent games with it, though. Just a few decent games with it.
We had decent games on Space Marine. It doesn't mean we play it.
Yeah, I guess, but I know, I just want to relive the good old days, you know?
The good old days before assholes took it over.
Yeah, exactly. And it just goes to show how at first when a game comes out and it's really good, then you will come back to it and it's just littered with
Buttholes.
shit, really.
Asshats and fuckers.
Exactly.
Yep.
Like, I was in there and I did not realise until now how unbelievably broken the gunner is in that game. Not only does he have incredible amounts of damage, he also has pretty good defense, and the perk system that they have in that game means he can get the best health in the game. So not only has he got the best damage, he's also got the best health. The only thing which is crippling him is his speed, but even at that he doesn't need it.
Nope.
You still do very good damage long range anyway, so there's just no point to the speed. It's kind of like having a heavy, but a lot worse.
Yeah, I can understand. Well, I do understand. I played the game with you.
Yeah. Yeah. What else? What else have I been playing? I believe that's it. Just all the regular, that and the regular stuff. Just, you know. I guess we'll just move on to news then.
News or questions or?
The news, that's what we usually do. We usually go,
Oh, okay, yeah.
There's been lots of news about, EA and Nintendo this week. The first bit of news, I'll start with something, good. I'll start with some good news. Nintendo and Sega have gone into a partnership, which is pretty good. It was announced on on the recent Nintendo Direct. Nintendo and Sega are now in an official partnership. They also, on that day, announced a new Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. It's for the 2014 Sochi Winter Olympics.
Oh, that's where the new Formula 1 track is. Just thought I'd say that.
That's your only input on this bit of news.
Yep.
And they also announced a new Sonic game exclusively for the Wii U and 3DS. Sonic Lost Worlds. From the picture shown, it has like what it is it's Sonic and Tails flying in the tornado towards this planet, which is just it's in pieces and it's in hexagons as well. Like the entire world's made up of hexagons. They've all just shattered and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There isn't much. It hasn't told us much, but it's implying that there's like separate worlds and everything in it, and it does. It'll seem interesting when we get a gameplay video or something out of it.
Yeah, I just hope the story's good.
Yeah.
I will never play it, but I just hope the story's good.
I'm not sure if I'll be playing it, to be honest, because I'm still not sure if I want a Wii U at this point.
My friend's got one. He says it's actually not bad to have, really.
Well,
that's the friend you know, the one that you played against in All Stars.
Oh yeah, I remember him. I do want Wii U titles, just there isn't enough for me to buy one at the moment. You know, like all the Wii U titles I want aren't out yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, that happened. Any input on that?
I think, well, as long as they do justice to Sonic, I don't see that as a bad thing.
Yeah.
Not really, no.
So long as justice is done.
Yeah. I mean, Sonic's been good recently. Like, the likes of Sonic Colors and Sonic Generations, where, because, if you remember in Sonic Unleashed, all the, reviews basically said the daytime stages of all this, like, high speed and everything, that was good. The nighttime sections were awful, so they just started making games with just the daytime stage, engine. So, got, like, these really high-speed stuff going on, and it's really fun. It's really fun. And
I remember Sonic Unleashed. I had it on the Wii, and it was exactly as you said there. It's just, it wasn't very good on the night stages at all. It was too clunky.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested in what this, Lost World, game's going to be about. I'm really interested. Because, a lot of Sonic fans are starting to, give it speculation with Sonic CD, like it's a world on just hanging in the sky of a world below and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's always good what fans can put into speculation sometimes.
Yeah. Right. So next bit of news. It's about the Wii U. EA Sports developer says the Wii U is crap.
Yep. I'm not agreeing with him, I just... Yep.
Yeah. There was already news that EA isn't working on any Wii U games at the moment, but basically the story is Bob Somerville, the senior SE and architect at EA Sports, was on Twitter basically just slagging off the Wii U and Nintendo in general. There were quite a few quotes, like one says, "The Wii U is crap, less powerful than an Xbox 360, poor online store, weird tablet, Nintendo are walking dead at this point."
Can I just take you back to the first thing you said?
Yeah?
EA Sports developer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's just let that sit there for a minute.
Yep.
Let's let that sink in. This is an EA
Sports
developer.
Slagging off Nintendo.
Slagging off Nintendo. A franchise that has been around, I don't know, a very long time. A lot longer than EA and Sony.
No, this wasn't the end. This isn't the end of it. There was another quote he said saying, "It is an utterly intentional decision to focus our resources on markets which actually matter, like mobile and Gen 4.
I'm sorry, but like he's comparing a tablet, you know, what is essentially a tablet console, and you agree with that when you yeah, he's comparing that to a regular console. You can't do that.
Exactly.
I can understand him comparing it to a mobile tablet.
Or a PS Vita or something, because it's roughly the same thing.
Yeah, well, the PS Vita, or just a mobile phone. And they're like, okay, you're saying that you think it would be better if you focused on that. But then again, how exactly is the market for mobile phones? Because to me, it doesn't seem like a thriving market.
Besides,
it's there. Like last podcast. Did you ever hear of a game called Puzzles and Dragons?
No, but I mean,
that standalone title on its own, it was developed by Gung Ho, and that standalone on its own makes 3.6 million a day in microtransactions.
Really?
For a free app, mind you.
Now you see, I don't disagree that there is not a market there, but I mean, saying that, like, just how he's phrased it.
Like it's implying that this guy is saying that they don't think that the Wii U market actually matters, and the likes of mobile tablets and Generation 4 is actually more important than the Wii U.
I do agree that from a gaming perspective, I would say, yeah, Gen 4 is the biggest thing that you've got going right now.
Mm.
But he's EA sports developer.
Yeah. Oh, there was
Yeah,
also one more. There was also one more quote he said. He said, Nintendo are still operating like it's the 90s. They should have, quote-unquote, done a Sega and offered Mario/Zelda as PS4/Durango exclusives.
Now, why would they do that?
Artistic?
Why would they do that when they're the two of the most successful series going?
Yeah, and that's the beauty of it all, because his next quote says, and it's last one on this article I'm reading, one more, smiley face, Nintendo platforms have always been very poor revenue-wise for third parties. Only Mario and Zelda make the money.
No, Sonic.
Star Fox.
No, Star Fox really don't do Nintendo justice. I love that series. I really do love that series, but...
No, I'm not saying they do them justice, but I'm saying they do bring a lot... Well, there is a big fan base.
Not enough compared to Mario and Zelda.
No,
like,
I'm not comparing it to them. I'm just saying, but saying that only those are the only two things that ever brought Nintendo money.
Pokemon.
That's a very big franchise.
Kirby nowadays.
Yeah.
Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Leaf in Japan apparently sold 3 million in its first week, I think, actually. Or something ridiculous like that. But,
Animal Crossing is a well-loved game.
It is.
Oh yes, it's loved by us three.
I fucking love it.
I can't wait for New Leaf. That's coming out.
It's coming out on the Wii.
No, it's coming out on 3DS. The 9th of June. Yeah, that's right.
I'm getting a 3DS just for that.
Mhm.
I refuse.
I am tempted to.
Huh?
Get a 3DS for that, because my DS is wrecked.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it's finally could come down to me actually saying there is a reason to buy a 3DS when Animal Crossing comes out.
Yeah.
Because it's been what, a year and a half, I think.
A bit longer than that, I think.
Longer than that,
I think it's 2 years, because
yeah, it was definitely released in March.
I remember I go by years of college now because I did 3 years of college, and I remember in the second year my friend brought one in.
Alright, yeah, okay. Well, some time ago.
Yeah.
And now it's finally getting a title which I can call worth getting a 3DS. Like, everything else, really nothing special going on here. Even the Nintendo stuff that's come out on it, like Mario Kart 7, Mario 3D Land, nothing really grabs my eye. Like
they're all very good games, and they're all games I would get, but they're not games that I see or I look at and say they are definitely worth me getting. It is definitely worth me getting. It justifies me buying this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people recommend the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake and the Star Fox 64 remake on it. But again, they are recommending me to buy a console so I can play remakes.
Exactly. Are we done with news? Because I think this would be a good segue into some of the questions that we've got.
There is one more piece of news. Back on Nintendo, actually. It's a very Nintendo EA themed podcast this week. I really do want to bring it up because there are a few amount of Let's Players, people interested in this topic, but Nintendo is claiming ownership of Let's Play videos.
Nope.
I believe it was Inti that set up a thread about this, but basically what the synopsis is, Nintendo are now putting copyright on YouTubers' Let's Plays of their games. Meaning that they will not get the ad. They're not like completely banning the video. They're not completely taking them down.
They're just taking the money from that is earned from it.
Yeah,
which is fair.
it is fair, but hopefully...
It's fair to the degree that if it's their game and it's just somebody playing their game and commentating over it, yeah, they do not deserve the person who plays the game should not be earning money off it unless Nintendo has said you have permission to use this for that. Because it's still
Let's Playing is a big market out there, to be honest. And it's only and people are only, they're not, slagging off Nintendo. They're only giving them rewards out of it. Like, it's completely free advertising, if anything. And
yeah, but it's also like while you're saying free advertising and all that, a lot of free advertising is kind of not wanted. A lot of PR people, like, well, I don't know, it's getting into it, but I mean, a lot of it, it's like, well, yeah, it's free advertisement, but it could also be negative. And if it is negative, then they will still want to be able to earn something from it. I mean, I think recently I've really started to empathize with, like, the businesses and how they, like, look at things, but I mean, I do know what you're saying. Like, I think if you're taking something that somebody has said you can use and creating something new from it, like Machinima, for example, if you make a series from it and it's a very successful series, you should be able to earn money from that, because it's still while you've used their thing, and maybe you should pay some of what you've earned from it to them. It's all your your time and effort. And I kind of see, with Let's Plays, they should be allowed to get a bit of that. Like what you're saying with that, I mean. But...
The thing is with Let's Plays, people, a lot of Let's Players out there are in it to gain the money and actually getting a decent wage out of it, and it's very hard to get a decent wage out of it. Like I believe in the Total Biscuit commentary on it. He said that I think it's about 100,000 views on a video is enough enough for it, but it's very hard to keep a decent wage going, and it's really and to see Nintendo just kind of take that away is going to turn a lot of people off from playing video games, playing their games with the Let's Plays. But at the same time, the only person that's going to get hurt in this situation, if anyone is going to get hurt, is Nintendo. Because there is two different types of Let's Players out there. People that are in it for the money and people that are in it for the games. And obviously if you're in it for the money, you'll just walk away. You won't bother, because there's plenty of games out there that you can play at the moment which you can just play and get the money. If you're really in for the games and you don't care about the money, just do it anyway, because you're still playing the game. They're not going to take down their video or going to take down your video. They're just going to take the money, and if you don't care about that, well, that's fine. But obviously, there are lots of Let's Players out there who just want to be the next PewDiePie or the next Toby Games or the next unfunny piece of shit.
Yeah.
When it comes to, like, Let's Plays in that sense, I mean, I don't think it's right that you can earn a living off somebody else's labor. Like, I don't think, like, Machinima and all that, I don't like how they're earning money from something somebody else has created.
Yeah.
Like, I think, okay, yeah. It's different, like, if, say, like, but I mean, it's, a lot of people's time and effort goes into making a game. There's a lot of code and there's a lot of boring stuff. And then you're taking that with no input yourself, and you're probably doing, like, I've made videos before. It doesn't take a lot to make a video. I could, if I wanted to, give me maybe 10-15 minutes, I could have a game from my Xbox onto my laptop, and I could be uploading it.
Yeah.
Just a game of Halo, any game of Halo. I could commentate over that in that 15 minutes.
Make
I
a
could
few jokes.
make a few jokes, and then I could upload it. I've done literally the bare minimum of work, and if he's saying 100,000 views on a video, per like each video, is enough to earn enough to get by.
Yeah.
And if I've done 15 minutes work, and if I can get 100,000 views on that video, that's a lot of money for 15 minutes work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that's what I don't like about the whole this ad, like the ad revenue and stuff. And I mean, yeah, okay, if you can earn a quick buck, earn it, but I don't think
easy money. That's what
it's easy money.
That's what's drawing everyone into Let's Plays. You know.
But then again, like this is like easy money, easy come, easy go.
Yeah. It's gonna if this is a trend, this Nintendo claiming their copyright on it, and it goes into a trend, then eventually the Let's Playing might actually just be stamped out if they're gonna go by anything in money terms. But like it's say like Sony and Microsoft start doing it, and then eventually there'll be no and this picks up, and then like the big Let's Players who are definitely just in it for the money will just go away. They won't bother because they clearly don't care about their games anymore.
I kind of wouldn't mind that. I mean, I don't hate PewDiePie as much as I used to, purely because I know he's apologized for a lot of things he's done.
Still shit, to be
honest. No,
I saw the...
No, I still don't like... I still won't watch his videos purely because I don't like watching him. But a big put-up for me was his attitude, his jokes, a lot of that I just found offensive. Well, I was like, okay, fair enough, you're a cunt, but...
he's just incredibly obnoxious and, well, ignorant, if anything. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if he's still doing it after the apology video, but a lot of his videos were just him shouting rape at anything which, not even could be anything related to rape. He just says, "Oh, that's rape."
And the fact that he continues the same jokes into every single commentary, like chair and barrel, which are apparently fucking hilarious. Mm-hmm. Oh, barrel, shit like that. I don't see, like, there comes a point where you can drag a joke out, fair enough, but if you drag it out to every single video you've practically made in your life...
No, there's a recurring joke, and then there's dragging a joke out.
And I think
calling Grimmer a smeghead every episode is a recurring joke.
Mm-hmm.
Shouting rape or whatever PewDiePie does is just not funny.
It is a recurring joke, yes, but there is a line that you have...
There are recurring jokes that are funny, and then there's just whatever PewDiePie was doing.
There's borderline offensive, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't really know, he said it in the apology video, but he just doesn't know when to use that line and just pastes it everywhere and expects it to be funny, which,
if you don't
according to a lot of people, is funny somehow.
Now, you see, if you don't know when to use the line, you shouldn't use it.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know when to, like, if you learn a new word that, say, could possibly be offensive, or could be, like, perceived as offensive, if you don't know when to use it, don't use it. Simple as.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, there's a good chance that you're going to be offensive.
I think
people are going to hate you for it.
I think there's a thing with PewDiePie where I can't remember what the term for it is, but in comedy there are comedians just say, "Oh, well, airline food, what's up with this shit?" and stuff like that. When it comes to, and then there's comedians that just, comedians will deliberately be more grotesque about their subjects just to be. It's
a shock value. Some people go for shock value. Look at Frankie Boyle.
Yeah, exactly.
He's purely just... His jokes are very racist and quite offensive, but people laugh at him because it's Frankie Boyle.
Yeah. Like
that's why I'm not a big fan of his.
Like you could see, there's a dog. There's two dogs having sex. You could say that. Or you could say, oh, those dogs are fucking, you know.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, there is difference in comedy just saying, you know, the word they're having sex or they are fucking. One of them's more funnier than the other.
Yeah.
And I think that's how PewDiePie gets away with a joke, because he just tries to be more grotesque about it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's like when you're saying then two dogs having sex or dogs fucking. You watch Frankie Boyle's shows, and there's a lot of unnecessary swearing.
Yeah.
And that's purely because people watch his shows because he's saying stuff that not a lot of people will say out loud, but people probably will be thinking.
Yeah.
And he gets away with it because, well, I don't know why he gets away with it. He just does somehow.
Because I see it as the fact that most of the things he says, like I'm saying most because some things he does, but like most
Some of
things
his jokes
he
are
said,
funny, but most of his jokes are just shock value.
But that's the thing, they're jokes, and people think he says it because it's his own opinion, but half the time it's not. You know, he's a comedian, he's meant to make jokes, and people are sitting there getting offended because they think it's how he thinks about everything, but it's truly not.
Every joke's got to be taken with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
You've
Someone's
gotta
going to
take
be offended by it.
Like it's getting all wound up about something on the internet. You're on the internet, come on.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You know
like,
you're going to find something offensive, you've got to grow
there's
up.
a lot, like, seriously, just, if you're getting offended by stuff on the internet, don't go to 4chan, just don't. Because I guarantee that you'll feel sick afterwards.
Yep.
Also, please don't go onto 4chan and then post it and, you know, act like a new fag.
Yeah,
I go on 4chan a fair amount, and I like to go on You Laugh at You Lose threads. Everyone's now posting the exact same shit from last time, and nothing's funny anymore.
Yeah. It's like, okay, yeah, I get you've laughed at that, but find something new, guys. Original content is important.
Exactly. Which, you know, I'm pretty sure the likes of PewDiePie and Toby Games just don't do anymore.
Mm.
Look, you know, as I keep saying, they're not in it for the game. They're not Let's Playing for games anymore. Like, they are literally just Let's Playing anything they can find. Like, I think PewDiePie is actually doing a Let's Play on the Hannah Montana game or something.
Because people find it funny that he's playing a pathetic game.
Exactly.
That's what it is.
That's when you can tell that he is not in it for games, and I'm pretty sure he's not even in it to amuse his fans. He's just playing whatever just to make easy money.
Mm-hmm.
I think, well, yeah, I think he's still trying to amuse the fans, but I think he's more doing it, as you say, for the money. But yeah.
Now, that's not to say I don't think that his work is, you know, that bad. I'd like to get that much money just from playing shitty games.
But I think in the subject of Toby Games, I think Tobuscus has got a lot going for him, in the terms that he does interviews for people.
Yeah.
And he features in a lot of things. So him actually doing games, yeah, it might be that he's not doing anything quite funny, but he doesn't need to do that.
Because I don't think he does it for the money at all. I think he just does it for people that suggest it to him.
Well,
I think he does it for laughs more, but at the same time,
doing it for laughs, and then there's doing over 400 episodes on Happy Wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too far.
There's got to be some point where you should just stop.
Yeah, you should stop playing a game after a while, but I don't know. I don't watch Happy Wheels anymore. It's like, because I mean, I watched a couple of his Let's Plays of Happy Wheels, and I was like, okay, that's fair enough. It's pretty funny for a bit, and then, but
it just dies away.
It's died away because you've made so many videos of it. We want to see something new. People get bored of seeing the same stuff and you making the same silly voices. Even though you might enjoy it and all that, and people will still enjoy it, but like, I used to watch all of his cute win fails, and all of his what's it called, the what would his vlogs, and
yeah,
I genuinely think it's a more childish kind of humor, but I'd still watch it like now and again now, but yeah, I know what you mean.
I remember you used to do vlogs.
I did vlogs. I did a couple of vlogs.
There's one
remember-
where you're just walking down the street for
I
no
walk-
reason. Just
I was never walking down the street for no reason. I did my vlogs normally on the way to either my granddad's or on the way home or to college. And I could actually do better vlogs now because I've got a better phone.
You're doing it on phone.
I like how it's not. It's not like
It
a
was-
camera. It's
It was
phone.
all on phone. It was all on phone. All my vlogs were done by my
I want you to make
a
more.
shitty old phone.
I want you to
Yeah,
make
do
more.
more for the forum.
We miss your.
Well,
we miss your vlogs.
If people want to see my face a lot more, and I don't know why they would, and if people want to know what I do with my life, which I don't think they would, okay, like if people want that, yeah, okay, sure, why not? I'll make more vlogs at some point.
Yay.
I'll
Yeah.
probably do them over summer or something then. But there's not a lot that's going on for me that is quite funny or that I could put into a vlog. Because if you
do
remember,
what do what my little stepbrother does. Get a PSP with a camera and record him. Just record you playing a game. Just stick the camera right in front of the TV screen.
I used to do that. I used to do that and upload them to
Save
YouTube.
Marlin,
I
no.
used to do that a long time ago. That was before I knew capture.
That's where Josh got it from. Not Josh is in the Josh we know. That's where my little stepbrother got it from.
I used to do that with back on the original Xbox when capture cards were relatively unknown to me, but YouTube videos were not.
Yeah.
So it was like I'm sure a lot of people did that setup and still got away with it. I mean, I ended up talking about YouTubers, a couple of Digital Fear videos, and I will stand by this statement that he is the best machinima maker out there, and he still is. His machinimas stand up to everybody who makes machinima since, because the stories he put forward and the jokes he made are that good. I can go back and watch them 2 years later and still think, yeah, that's pretty funny, or yeah, that's a pretty good story, or fuck, why did he never finish this? Why is he such a bellend for not finishing this awesome series?
Yeah.
But you watch all his videos, they're all 360p, and they're all fantastic.
And no one even cares that they're in 360.
Nobody, you look in the comments and nobody's like, oh, this is shitty quality and all this. Everybody's like, man, these were the good days of machinima. That was machinima when it was in its heyday.
It's grown too much, I feel.
Machinima's gone bad. When Machinima started, well, Machinima Respawn, before Machinima Respawn came out, when people started just doing commentaries of games. Okay, yeah, it was a nice idea, but that wasn't Machinima. You take apart Machinima, it's machine cinema.
Yeah.
I don't see a commentary as cinema or a show I get, yeah, they're trying to turn it into a more of a TV channel, and yeah, you would get commentaries for things. People watch sports. A commentary is technically it's the same basic principle.
I think when it comes to machinima nowadays, they'll put anything on there.
They will.
I think there was a YouTuber which literally all he does on machinima is do Call of Duty emblem videos.
Yeah, there will be.
In fact, I'm pretty sure there's videos where people just open packs on FIFA as well. Like, I don't see how that's entertaining. To watch someone else pick up a fucking, digital card pack and just, oh, I got that.
The only reason I would ever submit a video to Machinima is the same reason I would ever submit something to another blog. And that, if the blog is popular, which Machinima is popular, it's for exposure.
Yeah.
If you've got a very good series, you submit one episode, you submit a teaser to Machinima.
People flock to your channel.
People will go to your channel. People will see. I would do that. I would establish the series. I'd maybe get if I was going to write, I'd write a series. Because, making Machinima is a big deal. This is why, going back to people making money from it, this is why I think I don't mind Rooster Teeth. Because the effort they put into it, they're making a fucking show. It's not a Let's Play thing. It's the amount of hours
Yeah.
that you have to dedicate,
Yeah,
you've got to write a script, you've got to write...
Mm.
They've taken it and they've made it their own.
Exactly.
Especially with Red versus Blue, because they've come so far, you know, with just being them on a LAN server
always-
on Halo 1. You know,
They've always
come
been
a long
doing
way.
that, though. They've always been writing scripts. They've always, like... That's why I can't stand, like, that's why I don't want, like, I can't stand the commentators, I can't stand the Let's Players. Because, okay, you're taking a game and you're doing what you're supposed to do with it, and you're showing that to people.
Mm.
And, yeah, okay, doing what you're supposed to do with a game, that's all fun, that's all good fun. Like, if I wanted to see what a game is like and I don't actually want to go out and buy it, I'll watch a couple of Let's Plays. And for nostalgia reasons, I might watch a Let's Play or two. But it's like, yeah, if you're taking something, you're putting a lot of time into it, writing a script, taking time to act it out, then you've got to edit it together, then you've got to put a soundtrack over it, then you've got to do all these, and considering that they've moved on to, like, motion capture and stuff, motion capture and animation, it's their own thing now.
They're doing what no one else does at the minute, and no one else can do what they do, because, to be honest, I think they have the money to be able to do that.
Or more now. It's over 10 years now that they've been doing it.
Mhm.
But yeah. That's why I dislike, like, that's the only reason I would go to Machinima is for exposure, though. And I'd only, like I said, I'd only go after I've established my story, after I've written my script, after I've made a couple of episodes. I'd make a teaser, send it to Machinima.
You can do that. You can do it for exposure, but, you know, obviously if you're going to do that, people are going to be interested in that show, not you. That's the thing.
Not you.
But the
But
thing
still.
is, the thing is, if an example I was going to use, there's this YouTuber I really like called Miles268. No, that's wrong. Miles923. He does loads of fighting game coverage, and like he's doing Injustice and Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and all this and that. But when he did a Machinima series called Sega Saturn Saturdays, where he just him and his friend Matt would like comment do loads of commentating over Sega Saturn games. Like one week it was Panzer Dragoon, the next week it was Street Fighter Alpha 2, and just, you know, all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then once he did that with Machinima, he never did it again.
Well, the thing that I remember with John C.J. Or Digital Fear is he did RB and the Chief, and then when RB and the Chief went to Machinima, it slowly got worse.
Yeah,
It really did.
yeah, definitely.
And then it stopped. I'm not sure if I think it stopped, RB and the Chief.
I keep seeing advertisements, like,
Yeah,
videos, and it's always Machinima videos.
I see recommendations for stuff like all stuff that I used to watch, but it was like a lot of John's stuff stopped after then, and it was like, yeah, that's kind of what happens if you go to Machinima, unless you I would only submit a teaser to them. I would never submit more than a teaser because I don't think it'd be worth it.
It's always more worth it for you to show your own thing. I mean, yeah,
Put it
you
on
get
my
a
own
bit
channel.
more coverage, but at least you're not having to write for them.
It's more then I'm discovered. If it gets big, I'm discovered. Then people will go to my channel. People will start watching it. People might start talking about it. People might start putting it on Facebook. People might start putting it on the Tumblr. People might start tweeting about it.
You know, shit like that. You're slowly progressing. That's what would happen.
You blow up, and that's what you want when you're just starting out. You want to blow up because you want all of that attention. You want people to see this, even if it's not great. Even if a lot of people hate it, you've still got views.
Mhm.
Exactly.
And if you've got ad revenue, you're still getting paid.
Yeah, like the Tommy Was show. Did you guys ever hear about that?
I heard about that.
Well, I say famous. Actor Tommy Wiseau, who did the film The Room, which is a critically panned film, mainly for his acting skills. He did a gaming show on Machinima called the Tommy Wiseau, which he basically Let's Played.
I think I remember that.
I remember that. I remember trying to like it, And it was alright. It was alright. Obviously, a lot of people hated it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people like Tommy Wiseau.
But yeah, it's like you're gonna get hate no matter what you do, though. So
Yeah.
Can I just quickly point something out? I don't know how much time we spent talking about that, but we've not done questions on Lutosh.
Oh,
But-
we could do questions, I suppose, because I haven't got a loot on
Do you want
this week.
oh, okay. Well, I put 2 questions forward, and one of them kind of ties into the news. So do we want to do that one first, or?
Yeah, do that one first.
Like-
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Well, basically what I asked was, what effect do you believe EA removing the online pass scheme will have on the gaming world? Do you see it as a positive thing, or were you for the online pass system?
I was never for the online pass system, mainly because
Sorry, you go.
It tried to stamp out piracy by making everyone else pay with them, which was even more of a reason to pirate it. And actually,
Yeah.
I think there was a article somewhere saying that piracy is not as bad as developers and publishers tell you. I
Yeah.
can't remember the exact details of it, but that was a thing. But yeah, with them removing the online pass idea, it's a very good idea. It's just didn't they say they're gonna try and be better about their business now? After they won, did they win the Worst Company in America award?
I think they did.
Yeah, I think they just finally decided, yeah, let's stop faffing about now.
I mean, like with them winning the award, if you can call it an award,
Mm.
I mean, yeah, that will have had an effect on the marketing scheme and how their company runs. But I thought the online pass system was a good idea initially,
Mhm.
because like, from a company standpoint, it's a very good idea.
It gets
are
more
charging-
money in.
You are charging
can
people. Well, I don't think it was as much for piracy. I think it was to stop
Pre-owned.
what pre-owned. It was to earn money from pre-owned games because they earn nothing from that. They earn nothing from the reselling of their games. So like the only reason I think it didn't work is because if I wanted to buy a pre-owned game that had an online pass, I'd be paying just less than retail price.
Yeah.
And then to buy an online pass, it was like what, £10? There's £7 something, around that,
Yeah.
depending on the game.
Which, if you think about it, if people are just gonna act like you do and just they're just gonna wait until there is a pre-owned copy of the game,
Yeah.
then they're gonna lose either way. So they are bringing.
That's why
They're trying to gain more money by making an option to make people buy their games for less money.
Well, it was like I wouldn't have minded the online pass system if the price of games as pre-owned was lower, but the price of most games pre-owned isn't low. Like I think Assassin's Creed 3 is still around £35 or something, maybe £40,
Yeah.
and that's essentially retail price.
Hmm.
I think retail price might be a bit. Well, I'm sure retail price is like £40 for a game.
Yeah.
But it's like the online pass system would. I'm kind of for it in the sense, but I would only be for it if I got like a pristine copy of the game for like £20, and then I'd pay that extra tenner for the online pass.
Yeah.
Because then I'm still getting the game for cheaper, but I'm not being ripped off by 2 companies. I don't mind getting ripped off by 1 company, but getting ripped off by 2 companies, nah, I'll give that a miss.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Exactly.
Mm. If that was the right term for
That is the right way around as well.
Yeah, I'm just thinking is that really the right term?
It's like, well, yeah, it kind of is. I mean, fool me once, I'm buying a game that's very overpriced from 1 company. Shame on me. Fool me twice, I'm buying a game from 2 companies that is even more overpriced. or arguably the same price as the first game, and I've got to pay another like extra £10. Yeah, I'd say that's shame's on me.
Yeah. All right. Did you say any thoughts on it, Brad?
Oh, I'm in the middle for it because, in a way it's bad again if you've got the pre-owned games and they're being sold at such a high price. You can't. There's absolutely nothing you can do about that because it depends on where you're buying it from. To be honest, doesn't it? In terms of pre-owned games, and obviously you get the pass from whether it's on the store for that console or whatever. And I forgot the other point. Fuck. I've got such a bad memory. It's bad in that sense, but it's good for the company's term because it did give them more money to a degree, but, it was sort of like a microtransaction.
It is essentially like a microtransaction in the sense that they're just trying to get a bit more money out of you, and it kind of were. It was like there was nothing you could really do to stop them getting that money out of you if you wanted to play online and you bought a pre-owned game.
Yeah. That was basically just my thoughts on it, really.
Mm-hmm.
I had nothing else to say.
But I'm kind of glad they're getting rid of it. I'll be honest, but I did think it could have been a good thing for them, but the way they've done it meant that it wasn't. But to be honest, I don't normally buy pre-owned games often, so it's not a big deal for me.
Yeah. Should we move on to the next question? Well, last question.
How do you justify purchases of new games or consoles? Do you think? Do you look into new releases in depth, or is it more spur of the moment spending?
It's definitely not spur of the moment. That's the thing with me. Especially when it comes to consoles these days. The Wii U, especially, I still haven't been fully convinced to buy a Wii U, despite everyone telling me to get one. It's just, games. Yeah. I do want a couple of games on it, but, that's not enough for me to buy a Wii U. There's got to be a build of hype for me that I can have, so it appeals to me. But it just really doesn't do that yet. Well, not yet anyway, because there are a couple of games I want, like Pikmin 3. I've been excited for that for a long time. The next Smash Brothers, obviously, and and the new Sonic game, I guess, once there's a bit more details on it. But but that alone, but still, even with that, it's still not enough for me to get a console. Because what if they're all bad? Then, if I just buy the Wii U now and then later realise that they're all shit, I've just basically wasted the 300 quid was it? I think
it's about that for a Wii U.
Yeah, I just wasted 300 quid on a console, which turns out the games I want are pretty shit. But then again, there is no telling with that. I got a PS3 just under a year ago now, and there's plentiful amounts of exclusives to get. It's just what if I don't like these exclusives? Well, thankfully I do. And the service that the PS3 brings with it as well, the whole PlayStation Plus thing, is a really good service to help grasp you in, because you get free games every month, so you're not wasting that much. You're not wasting money buying games to find out if you don't like them or not. You can just get them for free.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what justifies the purchase of a console for me. Just it's not the console itself, it's the exclusives, and are these exclusives going to be good? And if not, is the service going to be redeemable for that?
No, you see, when you say service redeemable, I'm surprised that you think the PlayStation service is.
Well, you get...
there are very good points to it. Like, one, it's free. Two, you're getting some good bonuses, but... I'm quite happy to stick with Xbox for the service that they provide.
I don't know.
I feel I can rely. I feel like if Xbox messes up, there's gonna be a shitstorm for it. because people are paying for
that
it.
happens with everything. Like
Yeah,
there was the hack with the PS3
yeah.
last year. Wasn't it? I think it was last.
Yeah. It was last 2 years.
That was caused a shitstorm, but then again, afterwards, they're like, we're really sorry about that, have some free games.
Yeah. But I mean, I could see personally, if that had happened to Xbox or Microsoft, I could see a bigger shitstorm, purely because it's something people are actively paying for. You don't have to pay for anything with the PS3. You could just get it standard and just for free. But with Xbox, you are paying for it. So as soon as something like you're paying not only for to have Xbox Live, but you pay for downloadable content. You pay for all these other little things.
The problem I'm having with Xbox these days is that it sounds like a good idea to you can pay for the online and the gold membership, which also includes stuff like Netflix and the Facebook app and all of that. But if you think about it nowadays, there are a lot of smart TVs out there which have all the apps that the Xbox offers, which you have to pay for, which you can have for free on the TV, and it's a lot faster in general. So at this point, I don't see any real meaning.
I see now. Yeah, I see now. Like I'd say, but like, I mean, I used to love arguing Xbox versus PS3 with people when Xbox and PS3 first came out.
Yeah.
Because a lot of PlayStation 3 owners didn't have a leg to stand on.
They didn't at the beginning, no.
But I mean, at the beginning, so many things were wrong with the PlayStation 3. I'm glad that they fixed it.
Yeah, they have really changed since the beginning. Like, they definitely dropped the ridiculous price they were offering for it. They've also, wanted to lure people in with the whole PlayStation Plus thing, and if I'll be honest, if it wasn't for PlayStation Plus, I wouldn't have bothered getting a PS3.
Yeah. Because
sorry.
Yeah. Well, look, if you look at the exclusives that they had when they first came out, well, Uncharted, Resistance, a couple of
Killzone.
Well, Killzone. What else? There was Uncharted, Resistance, Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
They were kind of the only things that appealed to me. Yeah. Resistance multiplayer, from what I heard, wasn't that good.
No, it wasn't.
And the other two are single player. And if I want to play multiplayer, I'll stick with Xbox then.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, my controller is much better suited for an FPS than the PlayStation 3 one is.
Yeah.
Colossal Marlin has come online.
Yeah, I don't know why I was not online on Xbox, but yeah.
If I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't see why we're putting so much stuff on a console in the first place. For me, it's a gaming console, and what I see them turning into is just an entertainment set. That's what they're trying to do with it. And I don't like it personally.
It's becoming an entertainment system now.
Yeah,
I'm looking at my Xbox now, and I'm thinking, this is essentially what the next Skybox is going to look like.
It is, yeah.
Well, what you think about it, in the day, back in the day, it was called Nintendo Entertainment System and Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
Yeah.
But then again, the stark contrast between that and what the Xbox is now, they're both entertainment systems, but one of them is just for games. The other one does games and then all this stuff, then...
Games, music...
It's like,
If
I was going to compare it to a game, I'd say Pokemon, where, they've got different generations trying to introduce different side games when people are still after the main story. Like, you could argue that, Emerald is better because it's got Pokey Beauty Contest, or Heart Gold and Soul Silver is better because it's got the Pokathlon, or something like that. But in general, you are still after that main story. The main reason you've got the thing, not because of the side options.
Right, and bitches probably weren't alive when Pokemon Yellow was out.
Oh, yeah.
I think that in terms of general consensus for Pokemon games, I think that is what people will say. Pokemon Yellow, or maybe Crystal. Crystal was good.
Yeah, but as I was saying,
there are reasons why.
The console market, everyone's trying to say, I remember getting into so many arguments with people in secondary school because I was the only person that liked the GameCube. And everyone's like, oh, your GameCube shit, it doesn't have a DVD player, or something like that, you know. Like,
I
it
don't
doesn't
want it
need
for a
DVD
DVD
player,
player.
it's a games console.
I'm
It's
sorry,
a game.
at that point in time, I was still watching VHS. Why would I want a
Yeah.
DVD player? And actually, I would just like to point out that when the PS2 came out, and it was a DVD player, that the DVD player of it fucked up some of the systems. Because I know for a fact, when I started watching DVDs more often on my PlayStation 3, the fan broke.
Yeah.
Because it was working harder. Well, I think it was. But, it was like little things like that. But, personally, back to the question, like, I would say you pretty much answered what, like, I would like to know what the benefit, like, what the exclusives are for the console. But exclusives aren't enough for me, even though I would love to get a PS3 for Uncharted, for Metal Gear Solid, for The Last of Us and stuff like that, but I still don't see it. I still don't think it's worth it for me yet.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, with some games, some of it is kind of spur of the moment for me. Like, I will just buy it because, that looks good, I'll buy it, without any kind of prior knowledge of what it is. That's how I discovered Mass Effect.
Mm-hmm.
And
Same with me, really.
I'd say that was a pretty good spur of the moment thing to do. I've picked up a game that, well, while it is now hated quite passionately by some people, and is still quite hated by some people, a lot of, the BioWare forums, if you go on them, you'll see a lot of people hate it, but, or a lot of people complaining, and it's like, well, what are you gonna do? You're just complaining on a forum.
Talking about the Mass Effect 3 ending, just briefly, I think they put it as it was for people to decide what happened themselves.
I think it was, but at the same time, it was rushed.
I think it was, yeah.
It was rushed.
I don't care.
I think that's the general consensus. It was rushed, like, for most people now, most reasonable people. But I like how somehow I always manage to bring up the Mass Effect 3 ending. I don't know how... I swear it's a gift. I swear it's a gift.
You like it too much.
I do. I like Mass Effect as a series too much. As a universe, the Mass Effect universe is fantastic. I would compare it to the Star Wars universe. I would say it's probably better than the Star Wars universe.
Oh, he went there.
I went there. Because Mass Effect has not had George Lucas ruin it.
Yeah, but Mass Effect hasn't had Boba Fett in it yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
That's a very good point, but Boba Fett was only in 2 films.
Yeah. But one of the characters, I don't know anything about Mass Effect, but one of its characters only appeared in Mass Effect 2 and 3. How about that?
Okay, but when you look at it that way, there's a character who's appeared in maybe a sixth, just over a sixth of the series, because he's not in all of one of the films. And then you've got you're comparing a character who's been in over 2/3 of it now.
I don't care, to be honest.
I know you don't.
I was just trying to be funny, but then I realised I'm not.
I'm sorry for taking you too literally, Raw.
It's alright.
You should change your name to Raw Literal, because that is how I will take you forever.
Alright, I guess we're done then for this podcast.
What about
Wait, your Lutos quote, or have you not got one?
We don't have a Lutos quote.
You lied.
Fuck you, Lutos.
But wait, we didn't get Brett's opinion on his buying.
What?
Your buying habits.
I don't know. It's odd to say. You know, I'll sit there and I'll look at the reviews and I'll think, oh, is it okay? You know, honestly though, I'm mixed. I'm not spur of the moment, but I'm not always considering it.
Yeah, I'd say I'm saying the same. I have one more question for you, you know, because I've just eaten a packet of crisps and a whole packet of cookies. What do you guys eat or drink while gaming?
Oh,
Hot Pockets.
Anything that is eatable quicker, and yes.
Mountain Dew and Hot Pockets. Yeah, okay.
That's what gamers always drink. What are you on about, Marlin?
Shit. Just shit in general. That is what we eat and drink.
Yeah,
On the subject of eating and drinking shit, let me just slag off Bread for suggesting that any energy drink is actually good.
Yeah, it depends on your taste.
No energy drink is good. They all taste like
yes,
piss.
they are. No.
You've just got better quality
no,
piss.
Yeah.
That's the
I'll tell
only
you what. Have you guys ever heard of a confectionery chain called Cyber Candy?
No.
I think I've heard the name.
Basically, it's a UK confectionery chain where they buy in loads of like sweets and that from places all around the world. Like I went to one of the stores in went to a store in Brighton, and there was just just really bizarre stuff. Like they had scorpions, actual scorpions coated in like caramel or something.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
Yeah, like stuff like that, and it's just
I've heard they're quite nice because I think my friend's been to one of those.
Mm.
So, like,
Yeah, it's just crazy stuff like that. And I thought they have a website, and I thought, I'll get a load of stuff. I got nothing but energy drinks. I thought, yeah, I'll get this one. Like it was all different like branded ones. Like there was Guile's Sonic Boom energy drink.
I wonder why you got that one.
And Flaming Oats.
Guile's Sonic Boom energy drink goes with anything.
And then there was like Flaming Moe's, which is a Simpsons episode.
Yeah, I remember the Flaming Moe.
And there was like a Sonic the Hedgehog one as well. I thought, yeah, I'm gonna get all these. I wonder what they're all gonna taste like. They all tasted the same.
I remember like coming home from America, I went to a shop, and this was like when I had my weeaboo phase, where I was like, oh my god, Naruto's amazing, oh, and all this. And I bought a Naruto energy drink. I left it on my shelf for about a year and a bit unopened.
Mm-hmm.
I finally came to drink it at my friend's birthday party, and he had Red Bull. No, he had Red Bull and all that there, and I couldn't tell the difference. Genuinely couldn't tell the difference. Well, I suppose because it's canned as well, it doesn't really have a sell-by date, a use-by date. But it was like I couldn't tell the difference between the taste of Red Bull, which is a big, well-known brand and actively produces piss, and this piss that I'd bought from America that was clearly unbranded, and it was purely they were selling it because it was Naruto. Like, I mean, honestly, I reckon if I pissed into a can and I put some cool label on it, like maybe like a Homestuck label or a Hitalia label.
Call it like Maximum Tasty or something.
If I called it Maximum Tasty, put some Homestuck labels on it, went to a comic convention, and it was just my piss in cans, I could probably sell that, and I could probably get away with it. People would buy that, because people... Well, yeah, now we're getting into advertising and how... Jesus Christ. When are we going to end this podcast?
We're going to end it right now.
Okay.
Can we just continue this conversation, though?
Yeah, we're gonna go now, and we're gonna talk about our business practice of Maximum Tasty.
Yes.
And drinking piss.
Do you want to know what you should do, right? You should get like a few like just blank cans with your Homestuck labels and put some like raspberry juice in it so that you're drinking it and it makes it seem good. And then just have the regular bottles of piss just sitting there.
Now you see, I'd be worried because raspberry juice is red, and if my piss is red, there's something
Oh no,
wrong.
you wouldn't. No, you're not drinking it from a glass. Find a lemonade that is slightly cloudy.
Oh.
Right, so you put them on.
I just can't get over that thought in my head. I'm drinking something that's red, and my piss is yellow, dude.
They won't be able to tell the difference.
Oh,
I think I've killed Marlin with that thought.
You have. Jesus.
Alright, but yeah, we should just end the podcast now. So
Yeah.
it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me too.
Hello.
You are such a fuck up.
Alright, goodbye.
See ya.
Alright, that was good.
That was good.
Considering we had nothing to talk about, I'd agree with